Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toxic Gamer Banter in the post-game chat for Dota 2, Episode 3. In this one, we've got a special, and this time, I'm the recipient of the BM. Near the end of the game, they were saying that our carries aren't very good. This is the Bat Rider talking crap. We lost the game, and the Bat Rider said, my carries are bad, which that would mean myself playing the Shadow Fiend and our safe lane Phantom Lancer playing the Phantom Lancer. And he was saying that our carries are bad. And here's what he's got to say in the post-game chat. When your mid doesn't go any stat items, you know it's a bot account. What they're saying is they're accusing me of purchasing an account that's at this Ancient 2 level, and I didn't actually earn it myself. The funny thing is, I streamed all the games, or at least the vast majority of them, to get up to this rank. Sometimes I played off stream a little bit, but I did lose mid. I lost mid to the Huskar. If we look at the graphs here, player net worth at the 10-minute mark. Oh, actually, I got more out of mid than the Huskar. And then at the 20-minute mark, Huskar was ahead of me. He did get some kills. He killed me once mid, but a lot of times they'll really go at you like this. And I said, okay, yeah, Wraithband would help me there. My bad not investing in that item. So I'm admitting a mistake that I made there. The Wraithband would give me some agility stats and some strength stats and int stats just to be better at fighting Huskar in the early game and to win the lane. And he said it would help you manage the lane and not feed the Huskar. Yes. And then I said I had a first round pick, just giving some context for the match. My team didn't pick their heroes for the first round. So normally you let the mid or the safe lane pick last just to kind of have a good shot at a good mid matchup. And then having a good core hero to play just for the draft in general. But I didn't have that luxury this game. I didn't want our team to just all bleed gold. So I did pick first round, which meant that this mid player got to choose the mid that they think is the very best against Shadow Fiend. And I'll be honest, I'm not the best at Shadow Fiend versus Huskar. So I admitted that. I said I had a first round pick, and versus Huskar mid isn't one of my best matchups. Actually, what I'll do sometimes, I used to do this almost every time, is if someone picked Shadow Fiend from me, I like playing Huskar against it because he gets magic resistance with this third ability and it's hard to Shadow Raise him down. So this person replies, what the asterisk does that have to do with your itemization? It actually doesn't, and I admit that. Just giving context to why I didn't do better. And then he says, so first pick equals no stat items, question mark, lay Mao, what? I say no need to be toxic, and then they're just continuing to be toxic here. And this would be an example of when someone has that frustration, they have that energy and that anger about we lost the match and the players on my team didn't play well enough to win, but they didn't really come up with anything that they could have worked on. And this is one of the fundamental flaws with people's attitude in these team games, is they really, really, really want to scapegoat, and they can sometimes give a useful piece of advice like build a Wraithband early, but then they'll add this huge mass of toxic garbage of just making people feel bad and degrading them, insulting the person, saying that they're not intelligent, telling them that they bought their account, and none of these things help. So my advice generally is if you can identify that a person is playing like this in the match, you can mute them early. And then spending your reports on this kind of behavior is a good way to just make sure that people get their just desserts for the way that they're treating their teammates. And I stepped up here to talk to this person. I didn't have to do that, but I find it really interesting to see how people process these losses and also just to see how people get stuck, because this poor Bat Rider is probably going to be getting stuck with their improvement if they can't focus on what they could do better. So who knows if it's an actual smurf or not. There are always things that every player can do to improve, even moving into Divine. So best of luck in your games, and I wanted to show you this Dota post-game banter.